Good evening, everyone. Let's get ready to meditate. Let's take a nice deep breath and blow it out. And this, with the second breath, make your exhale longer than your inhale and blow it out slowly. And one more deep breath and blow it out. And as we get started, our first task that we do is to ground ourselves. So I'd like for you to begin to extend some energy from the very top of your torso where your legs meet. Extend it down through your chair. Extend down further through the floor underneath your chair. Going down further through any rooms that are underneath you, all the way down through the basement or subflooring of your building until you reach the ground. And once you reach the ground, begin to extend that energy. It can be a beam of light, a waterfall, could be tree roots. If you need some extra reassurance, it can be a braided cable, a steel cable. You're feeling kind of fun and frivolous this evening. It could be ribbons, but just send that energy down further and further through the ground, through any rocks or sediment, through any water, down further and further through any evidence of any previous civilization, going down through layers and layers of rocks, going down further and further until you begin to feel a temperature change. Is it cool? The further you go into the earth, the cooler it gets. And continue down through any rocks or sediment. And using your imagination, extending that energy down further and further until you reach the center of the earth. And once you reach the center of the earth, give a little look around to see a spot with your name on it. And find that spot with your name and hook your grounding to it and give it a little tug, just to make sure that it's secured. And feel the support of Mother Earth. Feel yourself in this moment, in this time, being supported by Mother Earth. You belong here, in this moment, in this time. and breathe. And let any excess energy, the effort that it took to get here this evening, any energy of the day, all the busyness, just allow that to drain down your grounding. And slowly begin to bring your attention back up your grounding to the space between your eyes, behind your eyes, and between your ears, the center of your head. And take a look at what's going on in your center of head. Is it busy? Is it calm? Does it need tidying up? Just take a few moments to arrange it in a way that feels comfortable and clean and tidy. And if you happen to find someone taking up taking up space free of rent in your center of head, open the door and ask them to leave. This is your space. This is your time. And breathe. One of the main anchors of mindfulness is your breath. So as you focus on your breath, thoughts may come in. And if they do, just come back to your breath. If a thought comes into your mind with a particular emotion attached to it, rather than letting it pass, I'd like you to gently investigate the feeling that is associated with the thought. And when you do it without judgment, when you investigate without judgment, you begin to get a little deeper into mindfulness. And as you gently investigate the feeling, ask yourself, what would I rather feel in this moment? So if you have a particular negative emotion that keeps grabbing you, pulling you in a particular direction, you can just name it as this is negative. What would I rather feel in this moment? Now take that alternate feeling, whether it be joy or peace or calm, and just breathe in calm, whatever your feeling is, and exhale peace. Breathe in calm and exhale peace. And just do that for a few minutes, a few breath cycles. As I am gently investigating my feelings this evening, the word came to mind, non-reactive. So my alternate feeling is to not react. And now, since we've breathed in this new replacement attitude, we need to anchor it into our body. And I find that our heart is limitless in what can be anchored, what feelings can be anchored into it. So I'd like to imagine, for you to imagine your new attitude feeling is in your heart, in the heart space. And just fill your heart with that particular new attitude feeling. And so we've anchored this new attitude into our hearts. And when that feeling arises, the negative feeling, when it arises again, just allow it to be and turn your attention to your heart space. The space in your heart is infinitely large, almost like the ocean. So that tiny negative feeling that sometimes feels overwhelming, when you put it into the ocean of the heart, it doesn't seem so overpowering as it once did. And you've always got that life raft of your positive feeling that you anchored into the heart. There's a book that I've read by Anthony Doerr, All the Light We Could Not See. It has a really powerful line about the ocean being large enough to take on all the feelings that we have. So I think that's a really good metaphor for what to do with your negative feelings. And breathe. And I'm going to go quiet for 3 minutes and allow you to just pay attention to your breath. When your mind drifts, just bring it back to your breathing. A quote from Robert Frost: "The best way out is through." And the context of that quote is a poem that he wrote about dealing with difficulties in life, that you can't skirt them. Eventually, you're going to have to face them, and you will have to go through them. And I'm going to bring this evening's meditation to a close with chapter 5, the fifth question of the 7 mindful questions, which is choose what is essential. Recognition of what needs to change is deeper than awareness. Recognition is that painful and obvious conclusion that the future as it currently stands is totally untenable, unacceptable, and not sustainable. Recognition might just force you to make lasting change, or recognition might be fraught with so much emotion that you need to process all of that before the change can be lasting. This is one of the major tenets of mindfulness, to become aware of the emotional pain that needs to be addressed. Wherever you are in the process, at whatever stage, it's important to acknowledge yourself and accept the situation without judgment or blame. Even if you created all these problems, it's not helpful to hold on to the guilt or blame. Do something different the next time you're presented with a similar issue. Prove that you can do things differently. Prove that you learned the lesson. And I think that's a perfect way to end this evening's meditation. I'd like for you to take a nice deep breath and blow it out. And maybe begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and roll your shoulders a little bit. And when you are ready, you may open your eyes.
Thank you so much for meditating with me today. If you like this video, please click the like link, subscribe below, and follow me on Instagram or Facebook. You can check out my webpage for more free meditations and sign up on the homepage and they'll appear in your inbox. Thanks so much again for meditating with me. Every week there'll be fresh, free content.